Hey everyone, I've got something a little different for you today. First of all, welcome back, my returning subbies, and those who are watching for the first time, welcome. My name is Michelle, and this is a scripture journal that I'm starting. It's going to be kind of a artsy kind of thing. As you saw there, I had a tube of gesso, and gesso is a primer for your page so that you can apply all types of medium, but it's also great for applying tissue paper. Yep, tissue paper. So I've got this tissue paper that I'm using and I saved it because it was just so beautiful. I bought a bracelet from Brighton and this tissue paper came in my bag. You know, they wrap everything so cute and beautiful in Brighton, and this came with it. So I put down the gesso first to prime the page and to give a little adhesion to the tissue paper. Then I put the tissue paper on top and then put more gesso on top of that. And that's going to bond the tissue paper to the page. And as you can see here, there are some corners that didn't adhere. So I'm just applying a little bit more gesso to the bottom and to the top of that. And I don't have any fancy heat gun or anything like that. No, I'm just using a hair dryer. Yes, a little handheld hair dryer. That is my go-to. So as you can see, I was showing you there's a little wrinkle on the other side of the page, but I don't mind because of course I'm going to be doing some other technique on that side of the paper. But I didn't want this scripture journal just to be just writing down scripture and that's it. I wanted it to be something that is just going to be great to look back on, but also hold a lot of scripture that, or I should say scriptures that I have grown to love over the years. There are so many scriptures that I just love. So I want to put them in this little journal, which is the notebook that came in the last Goldmine and Cocoa subscription. So I was like, what am I going to do with this notebook? So I was like, okay, I'll make a scripture journal. And it's not just a whole bunch of writing, but it's to display the scripture in a beautiful way that I can just go in and look at the scripture and just meditate on it. So you see how easy that came out, transforming that page. And I love the way the black lines just created those roses on that tissue paper. So I want to add something to put the scripture on. So I cut out this piece of cardstock, measured out a portion that I would want to just put just in the middle, because of course I don't want to cover up too much of the design of that tissue paper. It's so beautiful. And then I'm just taking some of this Simply Gilded 5mm washi and putting it around the corners to give it a little interest. And that pop of yellow just stands out. Now, these pieces here that you're seeing, they're ephemera pieces. But guess what? I made those ephemera pieces. What I did was just to find a picture of roses. And I think I actually searched on, I just Googled florals and I found it. And since I have a cutting machine, I just uploaded it to my program, applied cutting lines, and I printed it on cardstock paper. And then I had the cutting machine cut out all of those pieces. Yes, I made my own ephemera pieces. So I'm loving it. So I'm taking my mild liners here because me of the opinion that I need some color in the boxes. So I opted for the second color, which I think in hindsight of it now, I probably should have opted for the more peachy color because it probably would have gone with those flowers. But you're going to see what I end up doing because I don't think I'm too pleased with how the lines came out. I think if the mild liner was a larger, or I should say wider nib, those lines would have came out better because it would have looked like paint strokes. I think that's what I was aiming for that paint stroke look of paint strokes, like a water brush effect. I probably should have done that. Probably should have taken my water brush. It would have been much lighter color. But in any event, I'm just taking these flowers now and I'm trying to arrange them in a way that I think they would look good before I do any sticking down on the paper. And then I'm cutting in parts where I feel it needs to be cut. And then you're going to see what I end up with. All the while I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't like the color of the mild liner. Okay, this is a X Create Sticker Max. I think I got this off of Amazon, but it quickly helps you to create, not creates, well, I guess it turns whatever you put in it into a sticker, but what it does is it provides, it puts adhesive to the back of whatever pieces you put into the machine. So you just push the pieces in, you roll it, and it puts that adhesive on it so that you don't have to be struggling with a glue gun. A glue stick or the tape runner. My tape runner is actually towards the end, so I'm trying to preserve it. So that's why I'm using those pieces and I'm running those pieces through the machine, which helped out so much. I do use my tape runner, but like I said, I'm trying to conserve what little I have left. I do use the tape runner to put down the card here that's going in the center. And it was great lining up everything at first. That way, once everything goes down, everything is in position the way that I want it. I'm still going to go in with a couple pieces to add around the side. And you see how I put that down, but I still had the leaf like lap over a little bit. That was such a cool technique. So if you have a piece extending, you can still, and voila, do you see that the middle is white? I cut it out the video. I took the other white piece that I had cut before, and then I ended up just gluing it over the middle. I just couldn't take the color that was in the middle. Next time I'll opt to watercolor instead of using the mild liner. I had an idea of what I was going for, but it just didn't work out. So now I'm just drawing some lines here because I'm going to add my scripture. And the scripture is Psalms 96:6. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. This is one of the scriptures that I love. I love the verse before that. Several verses before that. In verse 4, it says, "For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods." I love this. But David was actually singing praises unto the Lord in this chapter. He was singing praises. He was singing the praises of God. He was trying to describe God's awesomeness, and that's what honor, majesty, one of the meanings of majesty is awesomeness. So honor is defined as impressiveness, richness, glory, beauty, and majesty is defined as regal, awesomeness, grandeur. Those are just some of the words to describe. And God displays all of this and more. He is awesome. And it says it goes before him. Before God does anything, you see the beauty in God's hand when he moves on our behalf. And I just love the scripture. So here I'm laying down some washi just to frame out the verse, Psalm 96:6, so it doesn't get too lost in the black and white. But I am running out of time here. Otherwise, I would go on and on about this verse. This is just a start, but there is going to be more to come, and it's going to get better and better. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Why not? and also the notification bell while you're at it. That way you won't miss any future videos. But I thank you guys so much for joining me, for watching this process as I start the scripture journal. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of my viewers. You guys be blessed. Bye-bye.